Hey, Friendo, Steve here.
Hey, Larson.
And welcome to another episode of Guess the Meltzer Star Rating. Of course, it's Friday, so World's End was like last year, actually.
It's true. Those other guys taking a whole year to get their star ratings up.
They
for
took
World's
a
End.
whole year, those other guys. Shocking development, though, Larson, because this weekend we also have the Wrestle Kingdom Guess the Star Ratings. They did this within 48 hours of Wrestle Kingdom.
This is an impressive feat.
I think we're making a change. I think we are influencing,
Positively impacting the wrestling world.
I think we are. I think we forced their hand. They probably would have waited an extra week, maybe month,
Perhaps.
if it wasn't for us. Holding their feet to the fire here at Friendo Club Wrestling.
All right, enough about that, though. This is about you guessing
Oh, yeah.
to what Dave's ratings were for AEW World's End. So, 9 matches on the main card. That's what
Perfect.
we did for our star ratings, so we will do the same for Dave
Perfect.
and his. Are you ready to get started, Steve?
I'm ready to find out how much my Katra will align with Dave Meltzer, Larson.
All right, we'll start with this first match. 8-man tag. You had Claudio, Bryan Danielson, Daniel Garcia, Mark Briscoe defeating the team of Brody King, Roosh, Jay White, and Jay Lethal. 17 minutes, 16 seconds is what Dave had to say. All action, great match. More big moves and great stuff from Claudio and King. Castagnoli did a 5-rep giant swing on King, and then Danielson drop-kicked King. Then everyone started doing their finishing moves. Garcia pinned Lethal with the jackknife cradle. King attacked Menard after the match. How many stars did Dave Meltzer give this one?
What was that first sentence again?
All action, great match.
Okay, all action, great match. So he loves everybody pretty much in this match. He said all action, great match. I can't see him giving it anything less than 4.5 stars.
4.5 is correct, Steve.
On the board. I can coast from here on out. I can do 1 to 9. I'm happy with that.
Wow, 11% you're content with. Next match.
Next bitch.
Miro defeats Andrade. 15 minutes, 12 seconds is what he had to say. Both went out fast. Andrade got the figure 8, but Miro reversed it. Andrade reversed it back, but CJ Perry pulled Andrade's arms to break the bridge. Even though it was a heel move, the crowd cheered a lot because they saw a happening. Okay.
All
right, CJ getting back with Miro. The crowd was really into it from this point, and Miro hit the kick and won with game over. Miro seemed to join with CJ Perry after. I remember Miro looking confused.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
So anyways, What did Dave give this match?
He didn't give me a lot to work with here, Larson.
That's the best I could find.
He did say the crowd was into it. I know he likes that.
Yeah.
I think he likes Andrade and Miro. He didn't disparage the match as being on Miro's way out. There's no way he went as high as 4. I'm going to say 3.5 got the job done.
4 stars from Dave.
What? Jeez, Dave. That's a bit much.
I know.
Wow.
Next match.
Bitch.
Tony Storm defeats
Riho. By the way,
what?
I'm sorry. If that exact same move for move match was in WWE, that shit would have been 3.5, dude. You know that.
Yeah. I know.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. Tony Storm defeats Riho. 11 minutes, 44 seconds to retain the AEW Women's Championship. Dave said here, Riho got over like she always does, but the crowd also likes Storm's gimmick. There were some great near falls, ending when Storm went to flip Riho over and basically used a judo throw into a DDT for the pin. After the match, Mariah May came out to celebrate with Storm and threw rose petals on the ground.
So if he had given these same flowers to a men's match, it would have been 4 stars, but it's a women's match. He was going to give it 3.5 stars. No, 3 3/4 stars.
You should have stuck with your gut initially. 3.5 stars.
Oh, damn it.
3.5 stars.
Yeah, I should have stuck with my gut on that one.
Next match.
Next bitch.
Swerve Strickland defeated Dustin Rhodes in 9 minutes, 26 seconds. That's what Dave had to say. The actual wrestling was very good, but once Strickland gave Rhodes a double foot stomp on the cinder block and they teased no match, that probably would have been for the best. Rhodes making the comeback would have been good on paper if it was Adam Page, but Rhodes lasted too long and made the cinder block move mean little. Rhodes flipped off, he talks about the finish now. Rhodes flipped off Strickland. Strickland used 2 kicks with fans chanting Swerve's house and then kicked the arm and used the swerve stomp for the pin. What did Dave give this match?
So he liked the wrestling, but like us, he didn't like the story around it. I'm going to say he gave it 3 stars.
Close, 3.25.
Fuck. Okay.
Next, this match sucked.
Bitch.
This next match was garbage. Chris
Well,
Jericho, Sammy Guevara, Sting, and Darby Allin. That wasn't Dave's editorializing. That's mine.
Yeah, I gave this one a dud.
Yeah, I gave it like 1.25. Defeated Big Bill, Ricky Starks, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Takeshita in 15 minutes, 41 seconds. Dave said, this match was a mess for a lot of reasons. There was some good stuff in it with Takeshita and Allin, and some sloppiness in other parts. The crowd booing Jericho seemed to throw everyone off. Plus, a lot of people cheered Bill since he's from New York, although I don't think that threw people off.
Okay, Dave.
All right, Dave. Basically, the crowd likes Starks and Bill, but not Hobbs and Takeshita, and loves Sting and Allin. Even though Sting had a bad night, they were totally forgiving. What did Dave give this match?
Wow, that's all over the place. Didn't really say anything good about it. I'll say he gave it 2.5.
2.5 is correct.
Okay. Damn, dude. If I went with my gut on like the other two, because like that last one was 3.25, I was like that close to doing that too. Man, okay, that's cool. Whatever.
Let's see what your gut tells you about this one. Julia Hart defeats Abdon in 11:56 to retain the TBS title. Of course, this is a match where biting was legal.
Yeah, but they didn't bite enough.
Not enough biting. This is what Dave had to say about it. This just didn't belong on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Abdon is just not at the level.
Wow.
Sky Blue helped Hart and went under the ring. Abdon pulled Sky from under the ring and attacked Sky on the floor, including landing a running knee. Hart did another rabbit lariat and a moonsault that didn't look good for the pin. What did Dave give this match?
Sonata did an overshot moonsault too. I wonder if he's going to mention that on his.
We'll find out later.
Yeah. 1.5.
Close. 1.25.
Wow, boy, he was in a bad mood on this one.
Yeah, he was. Should have been
also,
a bad
they're
mood
women.
For that
Also, they're
tag
women.
match.
Yeah. Yeah. What did he give that one again? What was
2.5. That tag match was way worse than Julia Hart versus Abdon.
That match was horrible. Yeah.
Next
bitch.
Cope.
Edgy
Adam Copeland defeats Christian Cage to win the TNT title in no DQ match, 24 minutes, 47 seconds. So he separates this from the cash-in. I didn't include the cash-in because there's no star rating associated with it because it was 13 seconds. That's typical of Dave.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is just for the no DQ match.
Yeah.
That's what Dave had to say. This being a no DQ match made no sense because all it meant was Nick Wayne could constantly interfere, and it was Copeland who asked for the stip. Christian and Wayne then he continues later on about the end of the match. Christian and Wayne used lighter fluid on the table, but Copeland made a comeback. The fire went out, and Copeland used a ton of lighter fluid, and the stunt took forever to set up. Copeland powerbombed Nick Wayne on the flaming table, but overshot him, and Wayne landed on the back of his head and neck on the floor. Copeland then used a low blow and kill switch to get the pin.
So this is going to be one of those where like he just sort of bitches about it, but then he ends up giving it like a decent rating. I'm going to say he gave it 4 stars.
4.75.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
No.
He just shit all over the match.
I know.
4 because like I walked into this thinking he was going to give it 4.75, but then when you described it, I was like, okay, well he's not going to think it's close to 5.
I know.
What like the fuck, Dave?
The step made no sense for this match, but match is spectacular.
Oh my God.
I know.
Like that's what he would say to people is like, oh, most years this would be a match of the year. Yeah. If it's 4.75.
I know.
Wow.
All right, next.
Eddie
Kingston defeats John Moxley 17 minutes, 16 seconds to win. AEW Continental Crown. He says, Kingston announced he was dedicating this match to Mad Kurt, who had passed away a few days earlier. He kind of had to win at that point. The crowd was very into this. Kingston was really over. Mox was selling his knee going out. They traded hard chops and big moves for near falls. Kingston used a back fist, and Moxley came back with the lariat. Kingston used Northern Lights bomb for a near fall. Kingston used the hammered anvil elbows, and another back fist, and Northern Lights bomb for a near fall. They traded headbutts and chops until Kingston hit another back fist for the pin. They finally revealed the new Continental belt after Kingston got his New Japan, Strong, and Ring of Honor belts. Moxley and Kingston hugged after the match. What did Dave give it?
I feel like he really liked this match. I'm going to say he gave it 4 1/4.
Got to go higher, 4 3/4.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't feel too bad because I was like, oh, shit, it's going to be 4.5. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you've gotten 2 right so far, correct?
Yeah, I've gotten 2 right. Not my best effort today. I don't feel too bad because there was 2 that I was like, yeah, I kind of feel like I gave the wrong answer.
And honestly, this card was kind of all over the place in terms of
was all over the place, yeah.
Main event time. Samoa Joe defeats MJF to become the new AEW champion in 17 minutes, 49 seconds. He doesn't do much editorializing here, but recounting the finish, this is what he had to say. MJF had Joe pinned, but Remsburg was down, and by the time he got up to count, Joe was able to kick out. MJF asked Cole for the ring. Cole was like the best man at the wedding who couldn't find the ring. Finally, he got it and put it on, but Joe got the choke. Remsburg picked up MJF's hand twice, and then the third time, when everyone figured MJF would hold the arm up, he didn't, and Remsburg called for the bell. Totally flat finish as they were crossing up the spot that people have seen hundreds of times, but nobody expected a chokeout finish done that way. After the match, a bunch of masked guys came out. They beat on MJF and Cole. They got a chair, and Cole and MJF each told the guy with the chair to hit them and not their friend. Then the lights went out. When they came on, Cole was with the masked guys and had the devil mask, revealing himself as the devil. MJF was crushed. The masked guys took off their masks as Roderick Strong, Mike Bennett, and Matt Taven. Didn't mention Wardlow here. And they all beat on MJF. Bennett and Taven powerbombed MJF. That was Wardlow that powerbombed. Anyways, what did Dave give this match?
he just snapped Wardlow out of existence.
I know, pretty much.
So I feel like it would have been 5, but for the flat finish, I'm going to give it 4.5.
It's a star too many, Steve. 3.5.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
He did not like the flat finish.
Wow. Wow, that's interesting. Jeez, 3.5. Okay.
3.5.
All right. Yeah, this pay-per-view was kind of all over the place. So I got 2 out of 9. Terrible, terrible score. But in my heart, I feel like I got 4 out of 9. It's like when I lost a basketball last time when we played one-on-one. And I missed 4 opportunities at a 3 to seal the deal, and then I lost. I don't feel too bad about it. I had the opportunity, and I blew it. Yeah, well, it is what it is. Sometimes. Yeah, so I went from 40% down to whatever dog shit.
22%.
Whatever, it is what it is. Some surprising star results though.
Yeah. I was not expecting the TBS title match to get such a low score. I thought the match was pretty solid.
That shocks me less than him dumping all over Christian Cage versus Adam Copeland and then giving an hella good score.
Yeah, no.
What? What kind of misdirection is that? Did you like it or not, Dave?
Apparently he did. In the final score.
Maybe his cat came over and stepped on an extra asterisks.
Maybe.
Yeah,
he meant 3 3/4. I don't know.
Yeah, anyways. Hey, let us know what you guys think about Dave Meltzer's those other guys
in their star ratings.
In their star ratings in the comments below. And then we'll be back with the Wrestle Kingdom ones. It's probably tomorrow or the next day or something like that.
Sometime.
We'll figure it out. All right, we'll see you guys around.
Goodbye.